Hey, this is Luke Simons with Salt Strong. In this video, you're going to see the ultimate unboxing of mystery tackle boxes, because we're not doing just one here. Most other videos, I think actually all the other videos I've seen with this show just the opening of one box. We don't have just one, we have a full year's worth. We have 12. So we have, as you can see here, we have 3 stacks of 4. This is an entire year's worth of tackle from Mystery Tackle Box. This is the Saltwater edition, all of them are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open all of them, and I'm just going to lay them out on this table so that we can, again, at the end of this video, see exactly what you should expect after a full year of subscribing to this service. All right, so time to start opening these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them out month by month, and I'm just going to kind of group them in the different categories that I see. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now we have all of the 12 months of Mystery Tackle Box items laid out. Again, this is all by month. I try to make it as organized as possible. We have soft plastics towards me. Then we have kind of like the lures in the middle. Some are soft plastic, some are hard. Then we have jigs, and then we have hooks. So you can kind of see, as you go throughout these months, what's the most common. Yeah, and one cool thing I noticed as I was going through is that they have some little scratch offs in here. So at the very end, we'll actually go through and open up, I guess scratch off all these, see if we won anything. All right, so we'll just talk about each month real quick. We'll just go through very fast. I know your time is important. So first, this first month, or this month in particular, has a pretty cool soft plastic. This is really a topwater soft plastic, which is neat, made by Zman. It's kind of a little popper in there. And then also has some more soft plastics. These are some kind of paddle tail soft plastics that looks like they're about 4 inches long. So white with chartreuse tail, interesting combo there. We got a spoon that has some soft plastics included, made by Fintech. Never used that, but looks like it'll work. We have some tsunami shrimp. Look pretty appetizing there, pink. I've never really tried that color, but I'm sure it would get the job done. Then we have a nice looking jig. And then some hooks for soft plastics. I'm glad to see in this month they included some hooks for soft plastics along with the soft plastics. Those hooks would go well with this. You would still be on your own for finding a hook for this one. So anyhow, next month I have some more soft plastics. These are Venom, which I saw this brand another month. At least one there. There's another one in Venom. I saw them again. I've never actually used any of their lures or any of their baits, but those are at least good looking paddle tails. Then we have Unfair Lures. It looks like this is a suspending lure, which looks pretty cool. A couple more jigs, and then some hooks too. And the disappointing thing here is that these hooks don't really apply to any of the baits. I would have hoped to have seen a hook that would actually go with this paddle tail soft plastic. But anyhow, next month we have some Egret baits. These are definitely some nice looking baits. I've never used Egret. I've heard of them, so I'll definitely give these a shot. And we have a topwater, interesting looking topwater. Never seen that before. Looks like that hook is actually, it looks like you just thread the line through. So interesting to try that one out. Then we had a jig. The jig actually fell out. When I first saw it, all I saw was this Zman, the wrapper, and then the jig was floating around in the box. So a pretty cool looking little jig. Then we have some small hooks. That's more for live bait fishing. Then we keep going on. These months kind of got intermingled. I had to rearrange things, but here's that Venom again, and some nice looking shrimp. And then these little crappie soft plastic. I'm not sure what to use those for. This could actually be used to tip on one little jig or on that spoon we got. Let's see, we got. This is a cool looking lure here. The topwater looks like this is a floater. So topwater has some really nice, big, strong hooks. So this could be used for some big action. And this month in particular, we got a lot of rigging stuff, which is nice. So this got some hooks. This is a sabiki rig, which is unique. I think we got one other sabiki too in a different month. as well as Jig Head. All right, then next month we got some, this is the month of the bright soft plastics. Apparently we got very, very bright green chartreuse, paddle tails. Then we got, I don't know what these are. These are super bright. What are these called? Grand Bay lures. Let's see what this puppy is. So yeah, this is really just a fluke, but a very, very bright and colorful one. So that's interesting to see. All right, let me put that one back in. So this month here, we got, again, 2 packs of soft plastics, which was pretty common. This one, it looks like a big old tube lure. That's a very big tube lure. Never tried that again. Venom, we've seen them before. We got some Charlie's baits. I do like the fact here that they actually put a jig head to rig them up with it. Because then again, in most other months, I didn't see the type of things to rig these soft plastics with. So job well done, Charlie's. Then we have, again, another thing from Zman. And again, this one they have a soft plastic plus the rigging mechanism, which in this case is a jig onto a little spinnerbait blade. Here we got some voodoo shrimp. And then we got some jig heads a little bit further on that come with it. All right, so now we next month here we actually got a hoop rag. This is like a special gift. So mystery tackle box hoop rag, along with some Z-Mans. This is more Z-Man. Looks like a nice little curly tail. It's called the Curly Tails. Then we have a soft plastic jig. This is made by Tsunami again. Seen that company multiple times. And then another one from Unfair Lures. This is a shrimp that they make. Cool looking shrimp. And then over here we got a nice jig, red tail hawk jig, very popular jig for fishing passes. And then we got a couple hooks. So next month we have some Flats HQ soft plastics. This is a good company. I've used their stuff. And then we got a hard plastic diving plug, and then some soft plastic pre-rigged. These are, I guess you call them flukes. So pre-rigged flukes there. Looks like they even have a little weight up front. So curious to see how those. I've never actually used full red soft plastic before. So curious to try that out. Next we have a jig, and then we have some live bait hooks. These are 4/0 live bait hooks, and then sabiki rig. It's another sabiki rig there for catching bait. This month again, two packs. So we have trout trick lures. This is from Z-Man. So it looks like just kind of new, kind of a merge between a worm hook and a fluke. And then another one from Charlie's Worms. And this is just this little smaller standard little jerkbait style action. And then we have some more bright stuff. We have, it says Billy Bay. There's some very bright shrimp, pink and yellow tail. It says scented shrimmer flash. So I do believe the flash part of it. Let's see, then we have some Buccaneer jigs. These looks like they could be used for pompano. And then some jig heads. These are nice sturdy jig heads called Trout Eye. I guess made from Z-Man, that's cool. So I assume they put these jig heads in there to go along with these soft plastics. So again, job well done. I do like to see that they provide the full spectrum. All right, so let's see, this time we had some dockside, Matrix Shad. I've never used these, I've heard they're good though. So these looks like 3-inch little paddle tails. Then we have some shrimp. These are some small, soft plastic shrimp. What are these, made by Trex? Yeah, Trex, I've never used them, but they look pretty similar to other shrimp I've used that do work. Now we have a mullet. This is a hard plastic, looks like it's top water. Yeah, it's top water, even has a popper up front. So that's a cool looking lure. I'm sure that'll catch some fish there. And then we have a jig. This is a bucktail jig, pretty standard for saltwater fish, catch about everything. And then also a couple more hooks. Those are some rigging hooks. Again, the bad news there is that they don't really, I guess they could be used on these baits, but preferably for these type of baits, I would like to see a jig head like this provided. But I guess if you were getting the monthly subscriptions, you would have had that from a prior month. All right, next time we have, again, 2 packs of soft plastics. This is Charlie's. And again, the cool thing about Charlie's is that they actually do add in a jig head for them. And so again, bright green. I've seen a lot of green, real bright greens here. Then we have some Vortex Shad. It's kind of cool looking. Got some normal, kind of natural up front with a bright red tail. Then we have, so we got two hard plastics, or two hard lures. We got one is really kind of a crankbait style. It's got a lipped plug. Looks like that'll dive down a couple feet, probably 3-4 feet. And then a Johnson Sprite spoon. All right, then in this month again, which is great, they provided some jig heads, which again I like. So these jig heads could be used for these Vortex lures. So again, I like the fact that they have the full spectrum. So here, this is actually one that I did open when I got it. This is one of the first ones I got. It has some huge soft plastic lures. I'm not sure what these are specifically for. Very large. It looks like they'll give off a lot of action with the two arm flares as well as the double tail. Then we have some down south lures, and this one Lake Fork. So these do look cool. So in this one we actually had 3 soft plastics, which is unique. We also had another diving plug. Looks like this would be one. This is made by Unfair Lures. Looks like it would be a floater that would dive down as reeled in. And then another spoon. Just another Johnson Silver Minnow spoon. And finally, I've got some couple hooks. These are a couple small hooks for some live bait fishing. All right, last but not least, looks like we have a bunch of soft plastics here. So we had 4 soft plastics in this one. These are some kind of grub tail type lures here, and it does have a jig head. So again, that's Charlie's. They are pretty good about doing that. Then we have Stinky Fingers. Never seen this before, but these are good looking shrimp. Those Stinky Fingers, I'll pull these out. So yeah, that's a good looking shrimp there. They actually have something. I don't know if that's I guess that's a weight. I was wondering if it's a jig head. There's a weight in there, and it looks like you would just rig it up on either a jig head or one of those just normal worm hooks. So cool looking baits, feel nice. Got some more Zman. These are just, again, traditional 3 to 4 inch paddle tail swim baits. Then we have some more Venoms. These are some smaller flukes. So a lot of soft plastics there. Then we have a suspending plug from Unfair Lures. And finally, a jig from Charlie's Saltwater Tackle. All right, so that is the full year subscription. Again, just a lot of lures. Some of the stuff I have used, some I have not. Some I will use, some I probably will not. But again, just kind of a whole spectrum of things that you would expect after a year's worth of the Mystery Tackle Box subscription. All right, so the final step will be to see if I won anything. We've got looks like 2 of them didn't have them in there. There's probably something they started after I started my subscription. But before I scratch these off, I'll just give you kind of my candid 2 cents on these lures. So again, these lures there's a lot of good lures here. A lot of things that I am already using. Some things I'm not. Some things I've never even considered. Could be some good stuff. But if you are struggling to catch fish, in most cases, it's not the lure. So if you are having trouble consistently catching inshore fish, specifically redfish, snook, and trout, a big factor of it, the biggest factor, is actually finding fish and knowing how to find fish consistently. And if you're having trouble doing that, you can check out, we have an Inshore Slammer. We have a course, an online course that actually teaches all that stuff. So we'll teach you how to find fish, redfish, snook, and trout specifically, throughout all seasons, using online maps, using weather, and of course the seasonal migrations of the fish. We cover it all, and there's a 30-day trial, so it guarantees that you'll catch more fish in less time. So if you have a need there, check it out. I'll put up a link down below. But again, the final step will be to see if we won anything from the Mystery Tackle Box prizes, and hopefully there's not a time limit, because some of these have been in there for a while. All right, so let me clear some space here for our big scratch offs. Using my lucky business card here, the lucky business card with a bottle opener. This always gets a nice kick there. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I assume you got to match all 3. Yeah, it says match 3 symbols. Not seeing any matches. Let's see what we could have won. Could have won a rod. Well, missed out on that one. Let's check out the next. All right, final one. This is the last chance for us to win. Let's kind of stretch the arms out for good luck. Let's see if we got anything. Actually, I can see the outline of some of these without even scratching. It doesn't look like we have a winner, but let's check to see. Nope. Nothing there either. Bummer. So no prize. Let's see what we could have won this time. So reel sonar eye bobber. Well, we missed it, unfortunately. Well, anyhow, that's a wrap for the full year of a mystery tackle box subscription. A lot of scratch offs, got a lot of soft plastics, a lot of hard plastics, really a little bit of everything too. So you know, a lot of cool stuff to try out. And also didn't mention, in every one they have a little, it's called the dibble, and it has some you know, it's basically like a little kind of mini magazine, if you will, some tips and other variety of stuff. Actually, one of these I have the FG9, and so one of these I'm actually, one of my articles was featured in here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions at all, you can leave a comment down below. But again, if you are finding that you have trouble where you're just not catching as many redfish, snook, and trout as consistently as you would like, you know, please do check out our website. We have a ton of free tips. Also, we have some very in-depth courses that, again, that guarantee you'll be catching more fish. So for that, check out the link below. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.
There's something about the water that'll give you peace, all by yourself or with your family. Live salt strong and wear the line today.